welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new, my name is Danielle. I am the creator of Messy Heart Crazy Life. So I do a whole bunch of beauty routines, try-ons, does it work, foundation, all that stuff. And I am currently on a mission to try to find a foundation that works for my extremely dry skin in the wintertime. So I've been testing out a whole bunch of foundations. So I have another video for you guys today on the Essence, I believe this is just hit Ulta a couple weeks ago maybe. It's the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. It says that it's formulated with hyaluron, but when I looked on the description, it said hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. So basically what it says is it provides a natural medium coverage finish and a weightless feel for up to 24 hours. It is vegan-free, paraben-free, alcohol-free, oil-free, and gluten-free. Which is great because I'm on Whole30, so I can't have any gluten. I don't even know. There's not many makeup products that I've seen that are gluten-free, but hey, whatever. So it retails for $6.99 on the Ulta website, and there it comes in 15 different color options. So I got mine in 030 Neutral Ivory. Can't even speak today. It is just one of those days. But yeah, so Neutral Ivory is what I got mine in. So stay tuned. I'm going to do a before and after, kind of show you what the application is, how I apply it, tips and tricks, and then I will come back at the end of the video and show you how it wore throughout the day, who I'd recommend it, if I would recommend it at all, that sort of thing. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I've done is I put on my regular skincare. I have my foundation right here. And what I just do is I go in and I just dab. I start off with a little bit because it does kind of give you, medium coverage. And I just like to start off with a thin layer. So the only difference that I've done with my skincare than my normal skincare is I have added a little bit more hydration. Usually I just go in with my primer, my moisturizer, all that stuff. And the one thing that I have to say that I noticed with this foundation, considering I have been using it for a week, is even though it says that it's hydrating and that it has hyaluronic acid in everything, I don't feel like my skin gets any hydration from it. I feel like at the end of the day, my skin is kind of not dry feeling, but it feels like it's just like kind of shriveled up a little bit. I feel like the foundation, just for whatever reason, takes away all of my moisture. And so what I've done to combat that is try to go in with an ungodly amount of hydration products before I put it on, in hopes to help it kind of retain its moisture throughout the day. So it does say that it lasts 24 hours. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't sleep in my makeup. I'm pretty religious about washing my face every single night. So as far as the 24 hours, I don't even know why makeup brands promote that. Like maybe it's just a buzzword of, hey, it lasts all day or whatever. But just the fact that it lasts 24 hours, I really don't care. I'm never going to wear it 24 hours. And if I am ever awake for 24 hours, I'm pretty sure my makeup is the last thing that's going to be on my mind. I'm probably just going to be a freaking zombie. But I just go in. It provides a decent amount of coverage, but I just like to go in and kind of put it all, kind of like build it up. So I do say, I think it does provide like medium coverage right off the bat, but then you can build it up pretty nicely to a full coverage foundation. Now, as you can see, I hate, like it is very pale looking, and I think it's just a tad too pale for my skin. But what I just do with that is I just go in and kind of bronze it up, and I'll just do like a heavier contour and a heavier bronzer just to kind of brighten it up just a little bit, or warm it up just a little bit. So I'm just using the Jaclyn Hill JH03 foundation brush. This is not my favorite brush. I keep saying that. I just need to go onto Ulta and just buy a foundation brush. But I really like the It Cosmetics foundation brush, and I used that for years, and then it finally like started dying on me. Like the bristles started coming out because it was so overused. But I'm not sure if I want to get that one again, or if I want to branch out and try something else. I don't know. decisions. So after that, I go in, I just take it with a dry Real Techniques brush or sponge. Now, a lot of people are going to say, why do you do a dry one? You're supposed to do a wet one. I, for whatever reason, do not find that the wet sponge does anything for my skin. I feel like kind of washes it all over and it never allows it to sink in. I feel like this does a really good job, the dry one, just kind of pushing that foundation into my skin and then also helping to kind of blend it out and airbrush it out and make sure there's no like cakiness or there's no patchiness, and it just kind of helps to push it into my skin. So that is it. I'm sorry about my hair. I just did it and I feel like it looks oily and it's super annoying. I hate like first day hair or whatever, especially when it's like super, like when you wash it and it's like super baby fine. Ugh. But anyways, so this is the coverage. As you can see, it covers really, really well. I feel like it looks pretty in person. I feel like it catches, it looks pretty on camera, but it's not my favorite. I feel like it does look very flat and it does dry down to kind of a matte finish, which is not my favorite finish because I am so dry. The one thing that I do have to say, and I'll come back at the end of the day, but I can already feel like, especially around my nose, it almost feels like the product is soaking up all my moisture, and that's definitely where I'm the most dry. Around my nose, especially here in the winter time, I'm super flaky and stuff like that. So with this foundation, even though it says it's hydrating, I feel like I have to put an ungodly amount of like moisturizer on it, and even have to go in and put like a balm around here throughout the day. I can feel the product on my skin. It does feel, I don't want to say sticky, but I can feel it on there, but that's fine. It doesn't really bother me. It's not like goopy or anything like that. So that's that. I am going to do my makeup. I'll come back at the end of the day and let you guys see how it wore and what my final thoughts are and who I would recommend it for. So stay tuned. Okay. So I'm coming back at you. I have dog hair on my phone. That's lovely. It has been about 9 hours. I did my makeup earlier this morning and waited all day. So I'm coming at you right before I'm about to take it off. I'm super tired. I'm just tired. But anyways, wanted to show you kind of what it looks like at the end of the day. As you can see, it holds up pretty well. The only problem I have with it is breaking up in my T-zone. That is where I'm the driest. So you can kind of see here, you're starting to see the redness poke through, and then you see kind of the dry spots, and then you can a little bit right there. So in my T-zone, it is breaking up, but around here, like the normal, like around my face, everything here is all normal, and then my T-zone is just super, super dry. But for me personally, this foundation does not work for my skin. I am too dry for it. I feel like in the summertime, it actually might work because around my areas where I am normal, I think it looks really, really pretty. It is more for full coverage than I normally would go for. Like for a day-to-day look, I don't normally wear this full of coverage, but what I think it is really pretty for is if I was doing a photo shoot, if I was doing a video, if I was going for a date night, something where I wanted more of that full coverage look, kind of that flawless look, especially if there was times I needed to take pictures, I think this would really, really work. But for me in the wintertime, the heart of winter, when I'm so super dry, it just doesn't work for my skin tone or my skin type. So if you are somebody who has dry, even dry to oily skin, I think you would really, really like this foundation if you're looking for something that is full coverage. I feel like the coverage is there. I think it's really pretty. I think even in person, it obviously, like I couldn't see my skin poking through, so it was very obvious to me that I was wearing foundation, but it's not a cakey look. It's just a very airbrush full coverage look, but not cakey. I think it can get cakey if you put too much on at one time, but you saw in my video, early in the video, I did 2 kind of layers. I put a lot of product on, and I don't feel like with that amount of product I put on, it was cakey by any means. But so if you're somebody who is looking for a full coverage foundation and you have more of that dry or normal to oily skin, I think you would really, really like this. I feel like it just has a lot of pros with it. It does have a lot of color options. It is slightly, you know, it's a little higher up on the drugstore as far as affordability, but it's still affordable. It's still drugstore prices. But if you're somebody severely dry like me, do not try this mascara. Do not try this foundation because it is, you can see there. I mean, but this is my dryness. Like this is pretty much, there are some foundations that don't do this to me, but you can see how freaking dry. And I exfoliated this morning too. Like I am just a freaking mummy in my T-zone. It's so horrible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos. If you have any questions, please leave your comments below. If you've tried this foundation out and you have any thoughts or tips or tricks or anything like that, please leave those below so that other viewers can get educated, see whether or not this foundation works for them, that sort of thing. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.